The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Murray now on 1st down. This one caught by Kittle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Just keeping the play alive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And the slot man goes in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Raiders!
Jameson Williams.
As the 1st half is winding down, and the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Murray now to throw. He finds Kittle going across the field. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Murray. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Murray now. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14, and able to get this out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun to the 43, 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Cut 19!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hurt!
Back to throw here. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball, but route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Murray, he finds his man, complete. It's Baker. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Baker. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding hot right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw here.
Gets this to Fant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
18 Rattler.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Okay,
2nd and 9 from the 44.
50 Bobcats. 18 Pioneer. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 70 Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, ready.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
50 Eagles. 50 Eagles. Drop 50. Drop 50. Mustang 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Check pass, check pass.
first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Down to about the 22 here. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. It all comes down to the leg of Ryan Santoso right here. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Las Vegas, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a rare loss for them as they fall to 13-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.